So you're the trustee of the Special Needs Trust. What do you do? Hi, my name is Brenton Begley, attorney and partner with McIntyre Elder Law, and today I want to talk about the best practices when managing a special needs trust. One of the best things that you can do with a special needs trust is determine whether or not the beneficiary of that special needs trust, meaning the person who has an interest in the principal and income generated by the trust, okay, has capacity, okay, to spend the money themselves. Because if that's the case, and their special needs don't render them incapable of making their own decisions and spending it themselves, then you can give them a sort of allowance, okay? There are companies out there where you can set up a card that only will be, approved at the actual checkout for items that you can pay for with a special needs trust. So those rules are actually built into the transaction. So you can give the beneficiary that card and they can use it and spend the money without violating the rules of the trust. Another way to do it, if the individual is not able to do it for themselves or you don't feel comfortable doing that as trustee, is to set up automatic payments of any of the expenses that the trust is allowed to pay for. Now, generally the trust can pay for anything that their means-tested government benefit is not already supposed to be taken care of, okay? So means-tested government benefit means Medicaid, SSI, those types of things. If they're receiving those benefits, you don't want to use the money from the special needs trust to pay for what those benefits are supposed to be paying for, because if that's the case, it tells the government that they don't need those benefits and they will be kicked off those benefits, a much needed benefit that would last otherwise their whole life. So if you're managing a special needs trust, you really want to pay attention to what can be paid for and what can't be, and set those things up that can be paid for pretty much automatic. You want to make sure you have good communication with the beneficiary if you're giving them any sort of money, so that they are able to pay for things that the trust is supposed to pay for. But generally speaking, I would not take out withdrawals of the money, like cash, and hand it to the beneficiary or anyone else. You want to keep receipts, you want to keep a very good accounting of the trust, just in case it's ever audited by the state, and you want to make sure that you do not just spend on things without double checking and making sure the trust can pay for those things. If you have questions about special needs trusts, how to set them up, how to manage them, and what they mean, give us a call, 704-259-7040, or visit our website, mcelderlaw.com.